Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Battle for Asgard North American 5v5 semifinals. It's only 295 days left versus literally five humans, not 5 games, 5 humans. My name is J Mac Tucker. With me, Bryce LPs.
Hey guys, so J-Mac messed up that name. It's only 295 days left. Smiley face.
Oh, I'm sorry, smiley face.
That's the
critical.
important part.
That's the critical point of it. Doesn't matter how many days are left, just smile because it's only those many days left.
First ban on the board, Athena. You know, what are you going to expect? Are you going to expect Athena to get into the game? You're just going to get taunted all the time.
I get taunted all the time when there's not an Athena in the game. What are you talking about?
But a taunt that hurts you.
Oh, you're talking about a CC taunt, not the VET.
Yeah, taunt that hurts your character, not your pride. Anyways, the next ban is going to be Freya on the side of literally 5 humans.
No surprise there. Like we said in the last picks and bans, Freya really shown how dominant that she can be as a mid lane mage more than anything else. Typically, we've seen Freya as the hunter role mage, but this time taking the mid lane just with how much damage and burst that she can bring at almost all stages of the game. No surprise seeing her taken off.
Baron, the next one, going to be taken off. 3 of the same bans as last time. These gods are very prominent, very strong. Baron, we mentioned last time, has so much utility, so much diversity that he can play so many different roles. He can do so many different things for your team. It's just, even with the nerfs, he's still good.
And that's the big thing is no matter how many nerfs they put through to him, his CC is still very powerful. His damage may have fallen just a little bit. His CC might not be as prominent, but it's still very powerful enough to warrant a ban this early, and also because of his flexibility, because he can be a solo laner, a support, or your mid lane mage. It just makes it to where you got to get rid of a pick like that.
Chernobog, the last ban of the first stage. We saw Chernobog did get through last time, but a very reasonable ban nonetheless. You saw last game, Black Panther was just going around and doing so much damage. And even though they did lose, it was still a very strong pick.
Without a doubt. There's a reason why Chernobog's at the top of the list for the ban, just because the control that his ultimate provides for him and the ability to get himself back into a team fight immediately or even initiate a team fight alongside either solo laner or support. He's able to cover the wide majority of the map. He has the damage mitigation on the back end of it, and it also resets all of his abilities. So he could go in, use all of his stuff, and say, all right, well, let's try this again. Go up, drop right down, throw him out. And Jing Wei, surprisingly, the first god picked up.
Yeah, honestly, out of all the gods we first picked, Jing Wei, not exactly on the top of my priority list. However, if you have a person who swears on their life that Jing Wei, they're so good at it, you might as well do this. You can get into the tournament again, even if you lose.
Not a bad hunter to pick up first, honestly, but I don't really know why Jing Wei would be the first pick. There are a lot of other gods up for grabs at the moment. Any of the in-hand-based warriors like Erlong, Shen, Osiris, and Bellona, we've seen a big rise in as of recently with that Berserker shield, but they trust in the ability with the Jing Wei to help carry them into the next stages of the tournament if possible for it. They're going to have to go through this Morrigan, who's also seen a recent rise thanks to the buff to her damage to minions.
Yeah, we're going to probably see this. Morrigan I've seen this go to a couple roles. I've seen it in mid lane, and I've seen it in solo lane, which is actually pretty interesting. She doesn't necessarily have that sustain, but I'm just saying, solo lane really fun. Ullr going to be picked up as the second pick for literally 5 humans.
Literally 5 humans picking, well, 2, I guess, kind of humans here. Well, Ullr's more the human than Morrigan. She's actually, I believe she is actually considered a god.
They're all gods.
No.
Except for Arachne right there.
Arachne's not a god. She's a monster, and
she's
a monster who just needs to be stopped.
You hear it here first. J-Mac biased in favor of literally 5 humans.
But there's only 295 days left. Smiley face.
Smiley face. Thank you. Arachne is still being hovered here. I'd like to see. Actually, I'd like to see Arachne if it was old Arachne. Give me back old Arachne, Hi-Rez. You can do it.
Give me that pull.
You said it. Give me the pull.
Give me the pull.
Sobek, he's right there. Terra going to be switched to lock in, as well as Sobek. So that's probably going to be a solo back as well as Terra support.
Most likely. Terra solo was the thing for a while. I don't think it's as powerful as it used to be, but it's still a viable option for them. Option now goes back to the literal 5 humans over here, seeing what they're going to go into before the next round of bans comes through. They've got what I would safely assume is their mid and hunter. Maybe want to grab their support before a lot of those start get taken off the table.
Listen, man, I want Morgan to go solo. That's why I mentioned it. I just want to see. You have to play super safe, especially against like a solo deck. At least it's not like one of the in-hand warriors or something. But once you hit that level 5, you just whoop up on somebody. You go for a rotation, as we saw earlier. I mean, the ISIS rotation earlier, well, it'd be a little bit later. But you just whoop up on somebody. Geb going to be hovered right here. A very strong support pick this time, probably. Maybe.
Hopefully?
Hopefully.
Fingers
It worked out.
crossed. Hey, hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Geb's not a human. He can't play on this team.
Ooh, that's right. He's not a humanoid.
I mean, he's a humanoid rock thing, but nah, I wouldn't classify that as humanoid. I just consider him an anthropomorphic rock.
That's fair. Yeah, so literally 5 humans are literally 5 liars. Just picking Geb. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing?
F6 at 5.
Who's a guardian human? Who's a support?
Athena?
It's banned. It's
Okay.
banned, Mac.
Okay. Kumakarna. He's a human.
Human?
I consider that human.
He's a monster in his lore.
No, he's a big fat man.
Oh my!
With
He's
spikes out of his-
literally a giant in his. Anyways, Naja gonna be banned. Naja still one of the strongest junglers in the game, even with the nerf coming through. You get sashed. You probably lose your beads because you panic that you're gonna get ulted. Raven gonna come out as well. We've seen him with the rework to the assassin do a lot of damage. Be able to go in that jungle and just literally beat people up.
It's Ares. Ares is another human they could have picked.
Okay, I was like, where's Ares? Who banned Ares?
No. Yeah. Dude, if they banned Ares, actually, I wouldn't be opposed to them banning Ares in this instance. Jingwei, Terra, and Sobek all rely heavily on their mobility. It wouldn't be an awful ban to go through here. Obviously, I don't think that either team are going to pick it or ban it, but I would like to see it.
Susanoo, Bakasura, 2 more assassins. All this round 2 ban phase, 4 assassins taken off the table. Nobody wants any good junglers in this game. Everybody wants to play the fun jungle. I mean, Naja is really fun.
Kuzenbo.
So actually, all those gods are fun to play. Never mind, they just don't want the really strong ones. But Humbat's, I mean, he's not weak.
No, he's not. He had an adjustment to his passive. No longer gives that crit. Instead, it's 20% extra damage on his next in-hand after the ability. Not quite as fun as a crit, but it definitely tones him back down and makes him more consistent because there's only a % chance to crit. Now you have that guaranteed 20% extra damage on your in-hand. And if you have that Hydra's Lament with it, ooh, that next in-hand's going to be swinging really hard.
Can we just give Humbat backstab? Can we just give him backstab so he fears and he just like bang, bang, bang? Thanatos and Janice being covered right here. Raw actually being switched to. I'd like to see the Raw with this comp. You get Thanatos, you get a Raw ult, dunk into the damage from Raw. That's just, I mean, that's a good setup. Or if you're really good, you hit the Raw ult, put him in the execute threshold, and Thanatos just dunks him for a kill.
I mean, there's a lot of setup here for a Raw. Giannis, I mean, he's got to be a little bit closer to get that damage. The ultimate takes a little longer to charge up and fire off there, whereas Raw is fairly quick to hit onto that one. And with all this CC set up for it, makes Raw a very strong pick, but they still haven't locked in either. And as I say that, here they go. Thanatos and Raw will be locked in for only 295 days left. Smiley face.
Chunga being hovered potentially for the solo lane against Sobek. Not a bad idea necessarily. Although we are going to see some Guardians hovered here. I mean, is this potential? Are they looking for a Guardian in the solo lane? Maybe in the mid, and they're going to send Morgan to the solo lane. Maybe.
We could see the Geb solo possibly with this. I mean, we're going to play Geb in every role but support today is what's going to happen. We're going to see Geb everywhere else. It will be the Odin locked in for the final one. I do like this one because nobody on their team can get out without an ultimate. And only 2 of those can.
That's very true. So we're probably going to see the Phantom picked up on the side of only 295 days left. I mean, if you don't, you're going to get Odin, and then you're going to get Cataclysmed, and then you're going to get Feared.
Then you're just going to be dead.
Oh, wait. Then you're going to get Cataclysm again because they have a Morrigan. So have fun with your beads.
Don't remind me the fact that Morgan can double Cataclysm, double Raw Beam if they want to, double Fear No Evil.
Double Raw Beam.
Double Raw Beam. Or,
Are you saying like Beam into Ult?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking Beam into Ult.
Technically, double beam.
Technically, yes, it is a double beam, but I mean, there's so much potential. Dropping a heal inside the cage wouldn't be a bad idea, but the big one for me, the double Fear No Evil with the Hoon bots can be a disaster for this team.
Venn diagram, bro. Get a Venn diagram. They just keep walking back and forth. They're so scared they don't know where they're going, and all the while, Ulu's just sitting there auto attacking, getting like 8 kills for some reason. He's just killing everybody. But with that, we're going to go ahead and cut to a really short break before we get back into this game. Only 295 days left, smiley face, versus literally 5 humans. Be right back. Hello, Smite fans. Welcome to the semifinals of the Battle for Asgard Smite Prime 5v5 Tournament of Power. Wait, no. Only 295 days left. Smiley face versus literally 5 humans. I'm Bryce Elps, and this is J-Mac Tucker.
Dang, shorting it out to Elps now?
Yeah,
Elps?
Okay, I figured it's better than saying LPs.
LPs? I just killed a monster and I got LPs. Is that bad?
But we're gonna go ahead and see. I mean, pretty standard stuff all around. I was kind of hoping for some jank stuff. I was confused because I didn't know you went Guardian's Blessing solo on Sobek. You know, I probably shouldn't admit that I lack that knowledge, but I'm just saying, yeah, pansy, go aggressive.
I mean, to be fair, Sobek doesn't have very good clear. It takes quite a while for Civic to be able to full clear that wave. I think it's all the way up until it's level 8, 9 before he can get that clear onto it when he's got 4 points in it, the Sickle Strike, and then also the 2 points in the Tail Whip. Guarantees that he full clears if he's going up against Odin, who also at the very first level doesn't have the most, so they're both trying to utilize the Guardian's Blessing passive of let the minions go into tower, get more gold, get your health and mana back, but one of them, it's not going to work out as nicely.
Right now in the duo lane, we see, I mean, both teams are taking a decent amount of damage, but I am excited for the aggression that I believe literally 5 humans is looking for. They have that blink on the Geb right here, so if they hit level 5, they're going to be able to do some nasty stuff.
You might even look for something really early if their jungler can make a rotation over. Orbit on the Hoon bots does provide a lot of quick early game damage, like we said, with the new passive, getting the more confirmable 20% extra in-hand damage versus the situational crit. And now recognize not going to hit that axe throw onto Plaid Bear. They're going to have to back off.
I like the start that Plasma went. Ooh, actually blinking into a death sight, putting Orbit very low. And the return poke isn't going to matter because Oswald has that heal. Purple buff is being contested over on the left side. It looks like it is going to be gotten by literally 5 humans. But like I was saying, so Plasma started at speed buff, then went to blue, and then he went to the camps. Oswald, though, is going to be jumped on, is going to take a decent amount of damage.
Psycho on this Morgan is going to provide a lot for them coming later on into the game. You can see that little timer symbol above Oswald. That is the Dark Omen passive coming through, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage first. But when another ability couples with it, it does the same damage back at you, basically taking the ability twice. And it doesn't have to just be your ability. It can be any ability from your teammate hitting that. So Hunbot's about to get an overhead smash, drop the Dark Omen. Now they take 2 ticks of that, and they're going to take the overhead smash damage.
Ooh, that's scary.
It's awful. It's the worst feeling in the world. Like, all right, guys, I got about 80% HP, and now I got 20. What just happened?
Yo, you just got hit by Death Sight and the Omen.
Oh, God. Imagine if the Thanatos was on their side and Death Scythe hit with that.
No, I will not.
I want to.
Plasma can go ahead and steal this back camp away, and then he's going to back and look for the rotation to his speed buff in the back camp in blue. He is going to get a little bit of experience. Meanwhile, on the left side, recognizes low is going to get pushed out by Bomb and Plaid Bear, and this lane is going to even out.
Is this Scream's alternate account? Because it's the same amount of M's in there as Scream, but now it's Bomb.
Bomb.
We can go on for hours doing this. There's
the blink!
You won, but don't forget it's a Jing Wei, and she can dash right away from it.
Yeah, she's like, oh, cool. I get to use a twice as long dash. Cool, let's do this. And she just got out of there real quick. This Thanatos pick is definitely not working out as well for Plasma as it was for Babylon Esports. I couldn't remember their name for a second. The early aggression really isn't coming out as much. He tried. The raw beam is actually going to hit Orbit. Oh my gosh,
baby.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Man, I remember when we used to do that thing, and that was like the coolest thing ever. Dude, like, bro, I'm using my ult for, and they're using their ult on the left. Using that Fear No Evil, Plaid Bear is taking a lot of poke from it. Psycho the Shell's gonna be good. Plaid Bear gets hit by the rollout, and nowhere to go. Psycho getting first blood.
Psycho using his ult to get the Hoombot's ult, and he's just going to use the Fear No Evil.
Plaid Bear is taking a lot of poke from it. Psycho the Shell's gonna be good. Plaid Bear gets hit by the rollout, and nowhere to go.
Rotation overall. They saw Plasma was in the mid lane. Psycho, and whenever you have basically a second jungler in Morgan, you just do it. You go get that kill.
Morgan really capitalizes on God's big impact ultimates, big circular ones as well, and massive CC and mobility, in which you're going to get that from Thanatos and Hoon bots. But now Psycho, he's out of mana at the moment. The decoy is going to bait them around just long enough for Psycho to get back to tower, and that's the other strong suit of Morgan, is if you can get those decoy baits.
That was good pathing overall. He was able to just throw that out and walk all the way around. Mid lane, though, we're going to see Terra go for something, but the Geb Shield is going to prevent basically all damage from coming to Psycho. Plasma in the mid lane is going to land with his ultimate into Death Sight, but is going to fall from the Fear No Evil and tower. He was able to just throw that out.
Has now hit level 5, so he now has access to his own ultimate which made it a really bad fight there for Plasma, not recognizing that that was coming up for him. He's going to drop immediately, and it's now 2-0 for literally 5 humans.
As I said, you wanted that early aggression with the Thanatos pick, but it just doesn't work out. We see Recognize over here is going to be forced to jump. These oracles are more than likely going to go the way of only... Did he just steal one? He just stole one. Let's go. That was awesome. He's like, I'm just going to sit back here, and my 3 goes about 8 years that way, so I'm just going to steal one of those, and you guys aren't going to get anything out of this.
Well, both these soul laners with that Guardian's Blessing. Gamma does have it stacked up, and now Blizzard will get his final stacks onto it, so they were able to get it going. And that's the important part onto it, is making sure that you get that stacked up, because it does become a little more worthwhile once you do have that available to you. Now, kind of just in a lull state here, Plasma is going to get a little bit of damage onto Orbit, but for the time being, they're both just in their farm mode. Their boots are complete, and they want to get that second item online.
I'd just like to point out, in the mid lane earlier, like 20 seconds ago, Blink ult from Geb. Blink Cataclysm was just used and nothing was gained. Plasma, though, looking for that kill, is not going to get anything, but he is ulting. He's going up into the air to see what he can get. He's heading that way, but the blink from Orbit, he's not going to need anything. That's a wasted ult. That's a good trade. Blink for your life and opposing ult. Oh my gosh, this path.
Oh no, Orbit, that's not what you wanted to. Both of them thinking, hey, this bat camp looks nice, and Orbit turning the corner, seeing, oh, that's a Thanatos. Is his blink up? Doesn't matter. Too late. As soon as the thought crossed his mind, is blink up, he was dead.
Oh my god. Motion Deru. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we are going to see the aggression onto Psycho. He's very low on mana. He's going, and the Fear No Evil dies, uses it. If he would have done it just a little bit earlier and done it right in front of him, he could have pushed everybody back, but he just was a little bit too late.
Now he's going to spend the next few seconds in the fountain, thinking about his actions, thinking about his mistakes, as Plasma will get those mid-camp alongside his mid laner Oswald. Sitting level 8 and level 7, just a tad bit ahead of their opposition. As far as the graphs go, 1,000 experience, less than 1,000 gold. The game's fairly even.
This game's been going very back and forth. I mean, kills are even. No towers have been taken. It's only about 7 minutes into the game. I think right now both teams have just been looking to see. I mean, it's been very basic. There hasn't been anything really janky. It's been very standard. Is this guy out of position? We kill him. Is this guy in position? We stay back. We don't die. And so it's just been constantly there. There hasn't been too much happening.
It's been a lot of capitalizing on punishment is the big thing. Like you said, is this person out of position? Yes, we kill them. And that's the name of the game, especially at these higher levels of Smite, is not just getting a kill, not just getting a pick, but being able to capitalize on the mistakes of the enemy. They're walking into, it may be walking into their jungle. I mean, that's Psycho's side of the jungle, but he has no one else there for the time. You can see now there's a ward placed on top. Now he knows when somebody's in the area. But on this right-hand side, it's a massacre trying to get something out of it. But Gamma and Plasma, both low, are going to have to get out.
Gamma, though, more than likely not going to get out. Overhand smash into the knockup. 1-3-0. Meanwhile, Plasma is going to go in with the Death Sight. The Geb shield is good. Psycho is actually not here. That was a decoy. That decoy just faked me out.
Oh, Oswald's going to get Orbit from the back, and now Psycho's the one in danger. It's Flatbear and Oswald push forward. Psycho, he's going to get the decoy bait for the time. His pathing is good enough, but the Geb shield is going to reveal him. Now Flatbear is the one who has to be on the run. But Oswald, from downtown with that snipe onto Orbit.
Punishing mistakes. Boombots was like, you know what? I'm safe. I got a Geb shield. I might be low, but I got a Geb shield on me. He jumps in. The Geb shield runs out. And Oswald's like, oh, hey, snipe. And that was the cleanest snipe. He sniped him. He's like, I'm going back. I need a farm.
It wasn't just snipe. It was snipe.
All right. We don't need any more of that.
Come on. Yeah?
No.
Come on. I got to have my one on that one.
Come on. Give me a different voice back. Give me Raw America.
Give me Raw America all day.
I'd go with it if it was Raw America.
All right. Yeah, you got to point out to that one. Raw America, best Raw skin. Don't at me.
Okay. I guess I won't at you. I guess. Anyways, meanwhile, right side, it looks like Sobek is going to be going up just a little bit. but really nothing matters. Nothing's going to be gained. Even though we saw, it looked like there were two people potentially rotating, but they were like, this is a Sobek. We're probably not going to kill him if he's not already at half health.
If he's not already, pushing at our tower line, or our tier 2 tower line, he's in the lane, he's going to be fine. It's Sobek, he's got his ultimate, he's got a long time that CC immunity with it, as well as his mobility from charge, right? It's going to be hard to kill him at this stage of the game.
Speaking of which, interesting pickup from Odin. He picked up the Runic Shield. I mean, obviously a direct counter to the Sobek, as well as trying to, avoid damage from the Raw. We haven't seen many rotations over here, but it's still not working out. Gamma just has that sustain inherently in his kit, so Blizzard just has to run away. Can't do anything about it.
Orbit using that Sacred Monkey Bounce to go to Plaid Bear instead of onto Oswald like Oswald thought. So Plaid Bear is going to take a little less than half his HP, but it doesn't matter. Like we said earlier, Oswald's got the heals. And one thing that I didn't get a chance to mention, as they go right into the fight in Orbit, double Fear No Evil on a Plaid Bear. This is the power of Morrigan.
That's what I've been waiting for right there. That was perfectly timed. Bomb, though, on the left side is not going to solo. He's actually going to receive a gank from Plasma and pick up that kill on to Recognize.
Goodbye, Oswald.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Yep, you're a Raw, there's an Odin, there's a Hoombots. You ain't going nowhere.
I mean, there's three people in mid lane and you're not under your tower. That's most likely just an immediate death for you.
And, even if you're under your tower, sometimes still immediate death.
Yeah, with an Odin, I'd say that's probably immediate death with the cage. But now that they're not fighting, one big thing that they're going to need, they have the Odin cage to help with it, but they're going to need some more anti-heal. They're going to need Cursed Ankh if possible. They're going to need Divine Ruins, Brawler's Beatsticks, Pestilence, whatever they can get. Anti-heal has got to be a factor here for literally 5 humans, or the late game siege from only 295 is going to be insane.
And even if they try to get it for late game, it might be too late. The mid game, whenever there's just fights happening, it's going to be going in the favor of only 295 days left, smiley face, if they don't have that early anti-heal. They have 4 characters that heal themselves inherently, and another one with lifesteal. You're not going to be winning the overall fights unless you get hard burst, but both teams have it.
2 of them, of those 4, can heal other people now. Usually Plaid Bear is going to use their heal for the root combination, so you're not going to get the heal. It's mostly going to be the CC. But Oswald able to drop his heal in the middle of a fight is going to be huge because of the protections it's going to provide as well.
Ooh, Plasma. He hits a death scythe right on the Orbit as he lands, and that's half of Orbit's health. He's going to have to stay safe right here. Plasma looking to go around potentially for some kind of engagement. Blizzard, though, is just going to be jumping onto Plasma, and there are going to be 2 more people chasing him. Plasma forced to ult. Odin ult used. It do not matter.
Used after the death from above is popped as well. A little questionable onto him. Maybe they thought that they could burst him before he got up into the air, try to get that stack from it. But now Kosakarena gonna get rooted out, thrown into the Fear No Evil, and immediately gone.
Cataclysm comes out as well. Orbit low. Gamma picks up the kill. Blizzard looking like he might have to go out. Psycho as well sitting here is about to get hit. A good Geb shield as well as the ult comes out. Fear No Evil. And Plaid Bear, he's just going to fall. There's nothing here that Gamma can do.
See no evil, hear no evil, fear no evil, and fear the hand of death as Plasma blinks under the tower to get recognized. 7-6 now for literally 5 humans. Taking a very small kill lead, but overall, actually behind only 295. Down 2,400 experience, 1,600 gold, and it might be even more here as this Gold Fury has been started up. But they don't have the damage or the tankiness to keep fighting this.
Yeah, they were like, well, we could try this, but there's still potential members up that could kill us, and we might not even be able to get this, even if we don't get bothered. So they hopped off of it real quick. Good decision, I think. Don't waste your time. Don't risk it. This is a very burnt biscuit. Don't try it.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it for a burnt biscuit. Those are the worst. You ever tried to eat a burnt biscuit? Actually, have you ever tried to eat a biscuit the next day from a restaurant? It doesn't work out either. Sorry, don't reheat bread. It doesn't work out.
What do you microwave it?
I mean, if you microwave it, it doesn't. Maybe if you wrap it in a little bit of foil and put it in the oven or something.
If you're gonna microwave it, you gotta put like a wet paper towel or something over so it maintains moisture.
Immediately into the Cataclysm on the Plaid Baron. Did Plaid Baron even exist there?
I'm not sure. We were talking about reheating bread. So, I mean, really, does it even matter?
No, it really doesn't.
But
don't get the bread wet and throw it against the wall. It's gross. Don't do it.
Literally 5 humans here looking to see if they can get another pick. Plasma not going to get hit by the birth bomb. 5 people grouped up, ready to look for this Gold Fury. And, you know, Jin Wei actually had the Gold Fury at about 20% health and jumped off of it because they saw that Plaid Bear was about to die. Bird Bomb connects. That's so much damage. Blizzard is just going to force the ultimate out from Plasma.
Gamma's going to take a axe stun to the face. Blizzard's going to juke out the charge friend. Gold Fury has already been dropped, but Gamma, he's going to get stunned out, hit with Dark Omen. That's going to do the double damage back. The cage is down, and so is Gamma.
Phantom used, but to no avail. A nice snipe onto Psycho, who is on that Humbats right now. He is going to fall out of it immediately into the Aegis. Plasma blinks in, is going to get hit by the Bird Bomb, but he's so fast. Thanatos just walking on out of there. Meanwhile, Plaid Bear, upset from that earlier kill, just punches the decoy to death.
I mean, that's the only thing you can do at this point, is just take out your aggression on anything possible. Decoy was the one, and Bomb's looking like the target of aggression here. The Aegis pop, Blizzard not able to get it with the Bird Bomb. The Gem Shield's good for Recognize to get out of that one, but I can't say the same for Blizzard. He wanted that kill. He needed one in hand to do it, but Bomb will drop him for the rest of the team, pushing forward, and now literally 5 humans on the deathbed as Kusakarena is going to be dropped down.
Don't say that.
Kusakarena?
There's kids watching this stream.
Hey, Kusakarena.
I hate you. Oh my god.
You can't, look, you had to be thinking it too.
No, I couldn't even figure out how to pronounce that name. What do you mean? I was about to say his name, and I was like, how do I say this? Weed.
Oh,
okay.
Orbit trying to get that one, but not going to be in time. Gamma's going to push him away. Recognize, able to take down Plasma, but Gold Fury will go the way of only 295 days left. Smiley face.
Recognize, tired of being blinked on and immediately killed by Plasma, says, screw you, dude. I'm getting the kill this time. Or, I mean, really, he has the potential. He has, I believe, a fully stacked Transcendence, as well as Warrior Tabai and Crusher. He's putting out a lot of damage right now.
He's going to be swinging pretty hard here. Oswald's going to get that mid-camp control. Best thing in the game. Most important thing is to get that mid-camp control.
Oh my gosh. You and your mid-lane bias.
Bro, I'm telling you, I had complete control of mid-camps that game. I don't think I gave a single one up.
Let's start talking about the games we had. Let's just forget about this game. Let's talk about games we had earlier. I was level 1 Ymir, came back, won the game.
Yeah, I mean, no joke, that was crazy. or your Naja solos in the older days.
Yeah, give me back Bryce Prime. Meanwhile, Blizzard right here, looking to see if he can steal the blue buff, is not going to be able to. As Gamma goes for the tail whip. 8 people on the right side of the map looking at this Pyromancer. Literally 5 humans, has the ward coverage as the blink is going to come out. Plaid Bear in a rough position.
Plaid Bear's dash got caught, and Orbit's the one granted credit for the kill off of it, and now it's a 3v4 on this side. But a 1v1 into the left side, and Bomb's the one who's got the advantage for it. Minions pushing up into the tower, but Recognize he's going to turn around and fight back. Bomb taking a couple tower shots. Axe not going to hit in hands. Good from Bomb, and now Recognize he's got to go back to base, but back to the right side.
Right now, it is going to be Gamma pushing into 3 members as the ultimate from Plasma's coming out. It looks like he's landing on Psycho. The Death Scythe is going to hit. Orbit's in a bad position right here. Blizzard using that shield. Dev kind of standing around waiting to see who he can use his shield on.
Rest in peace, Plasma, as he's trapped inside the cage, but
no
the
way.
overhand smash isn't going to hit. He gets out of the cage. Plasma's still running. He's going to get the blink, and he's going to get out.
He just got out right now. Kusapadhana just died, giving Oswald the double kill. Blizzard gonna jump using that shield, and Gamma is like, here's a free speed buff.
Well, he's trying to say that, but Blizzard's gonna stop him from grabbing it right away. Gamma is in the area for it. Speed buff will be dropped through. Blizzard gonna be tail whip, second strike.
Fire giant?
Now just hitting him, keeping him away. At the moment, only Recognize has a path to get to this, but the fire giant is being burned down. He's gonna jump over, but it's too late.
And he jumped.
Only 295. He's gonna fall here. The fire giant for the blue squad.
That was a very unfortunate, as Pyromancer started up by just Plaid Bear. He's like, guys, I'm gonna get this. Guys, please somebody help me get this. They're going to go ahead and bring Oswald and Plasma over to finish this off. But honestly, really unfortunate. Jump over as the Fire Giant's being finished and just have 4 members, 5 maybe, Gamma may have been there, turn on you.
Gamma's stuck in the cage trying to throw autos around the wall for it. I think he actually hit one for like, oh,
close.
Oswald just a little short on that one. Had the perfect shot for it, but just not enough distance onto it. Yeah,
Plasma,
we gotta talk about that snipe in that last one as well. As soon as Plasma drops Orbit right back to the fountain for 42 seconds. And with only 295 days left, Smiley Face, 5 members on Fire Giant, 4 members up for Humans, and only 4 towers left on the map.
And we're going to see, I mean, looking at the graphs, it's starting to swing in favor. You see the experience difference around 10,000, the gold difference closing up towards that 8,000 mark. Only 295 days left. Smiley Face is really starting to get this momentum.
Plasma's beads burned by Recognize, hitting that axe toss. It's going to be big for him in the next fight. That's just not going to have that relic of safety. But we got to talk about Oswald Snipes because he had a beautiful one early on. And that last one at that speed buff fight was huge because it not only took out Orbit, Orbit also flicked the overhead smash just a little too far and ended up missing Plasma, allowing him to survive throughout that and then perishing afterward. Oswald becoming the saving grace for his team right now.
Yeah, I mean, with these heals as well as, I mean, these 6 snipes, he's a force to be reckoned with. As we see, Bomb is level 20 right now. He is starting to swing real hard. He's finally now pushing into these team fights as opposed to getting these 1v1s against Recognized. Tier 2 tower in the mid lane going down. Only 1 more left for literally 5 humans over on that right side, and it looks like that's going to be the target for 295 days left. Smiley Face.
Well, Brawler's Beatstick and Divine Ruin have been picked up by literally 5 humans, so that's a little saving grace. The problem is they're 10,000 gold and 13,000 experience behind. I don't think that little bit of anti-heal is going to save them from the damage output coming from only 295.
Yeah, you can see we're missing items. There's no Pestilence on the board. There's no Ankh on the board. They're just underestimating the amount of healing being done right now. As you see, Thanatos comes into a fight, hits a death sight, takes half your health, and then gets half of his back. You honestly need to be doing something more, as Gold Fury and Oracles are going to be done right here. No contention whatsoever from literally 5 humans, as they're just hoping to stay alive.
295 has actually countered the counter of literally 5 humans here. Where literally 5, they needed to get a lot of anti-heal. They have the Odin Cage, which is 100%. And so they bought 3 blinks to be able to get into the battle with it. The problem is there's 1 cage, but 2 phantoms on the side of 295. Both solo and support have picked this up. And so long as they don't accidentally double pop that one, they're never going to have to worry about a cage for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no, the cooldown's just too short. And, I mean, right now, I need to look at these damage numbers. I'm so slow at getting this up. Right now, guess who's the top damage? Unless you pulled it up, you're a cheater.
I am a cheater.
It's Morrigan. Morrigan is the top damage right now. So even though we see 295 days left, not reaching the same damage potential as literally 5 humans, as we see 3 members in the top 4 damage numbers are literally 5 humans. Their damage is more effective. They're coming to these fights and they're sustaining. They're able to take more damage because they have this healing that, I mean, literally 5 humans just is basically ignoring.
And as we mentioned, the healing coming from them, 2 of them being able to heal their teammates, you can see who's focusing on more healing. It's Oswald with 10,000 player healing and only 1,900 from Vladbear. You add those up, you're at 12,000 healing. Bots Orbit has not even hit 12,000 yet. They have effectively out-healed Orbit's damage entirely.
Right now, we're seeing, actually, Bot's Orbit getting a little aggressive. He was over on that left side stealing a back camp. Literally 5 humans is surprisingly spread out. I mean, if we saw any kind of gank onto one of these, potentially even 2 of these members, they'd fall, as we've seen just the sheer amount of, burst damage, the quick damage that comes out from 295 days left.
Fire Giant was put to good use. While they didn't get any Phoenixes, they were able to take every single tower off the map, and Bomb getting knocked up by the Fire Giant. I don't think that's what they wanted, and they're definitely not going to be able to solo this one out. And now they're probably not going to be able to even come back into this one as Plasma's starting it back up.
Walk in, do it, Bomb.
They want to do it so bad. The problem is they don't have enough damage or defense to do so. Now the rest of the team from 295 is showing up. Oswald here to drop the heal down, and Fire Giant now will fall down very shortly to the blue squad.
Even with that decreased healing, we just saw Plasma gain back about 25% of his health. He just came right on up. We had 2 members of his team throw those heals, even though you said Terra wasn't going for that healing. That healing worked out really well. Pyromancer going to get started up by Oswald here. Literally 5 humans. They really like their base. They're hanging out in it a lot. They are scared. They only have, it seems to be, 1 ward on the entire map over in the top right, next to, in between their middle and right Phoenixes.
It's a good place to have that ward. It lets you know if there's any potential blink shenanigans coming out from the enemy team. But one thing that literally 5 humans has versus 295 is they have the anti-siege and the reinitiation. Because they have a Morgan, 1 Fear No Evil is not the only thing they have to worry about. There's going to be a second one. The first one is going to burn out Oswald's beads, burn Plasma's beads, even burn Bomb's beads in there. And then what do they have after? They're not going to be able to get another Fear No Evil out of that one. They're not going to be able to stop that one.
Middle lane, though, this Phoenix is being contested. We see Blizzard going in, popping the bird shield. Not going to get much off as Oswald's hanging out in the back. Left side, though, we have, it's a split push. As we see, was that Plasma's ult? He's going on to recognize a good shield. Still going to take that damage as Fear No Evil comes out. A second Fear No Evil comes out, and it's not super effective.
Gamma's going to be able to get out. Plasma's out as well. And Bomb, all of them under half HP for the time. Phoenix is still being started. Ult from Oswald. Going to do a little over half of Recognizes health, but none of them are healthy enough yet. They're going to have to sit back and use those Terra and Raw heals to resustain up.
Siege potential here, insane. They just, look at that. They were all so low, and Blizzard going to jump in, get that Mantle of Discord off, get the Geb shield, and he's still alive somehow. Is going to get rooted in place, is going to get knocked out, and Bomb is now on a killing spree, picking up that kill as they're chasing the enemy team back into their fountain.
Corbin not going to get hit by the plug, but Plasma will find him with the Soul Reap, and Bomb with the double kill of his own. 5 stand strong for 295 versus literally only 1 human and a rock.
And this Titan, more than likely, going to fall at 25% HP. Bomb on a rampage. Oswald on a killing spree. The Titan is no longer alive.
27.5 minutes. Only 295 days left. Smiley face. Takes literally 5 humans. And at first, they were kind of down. They weren't really pushing themselves ahead. They were just kind of even. They were losing the kills, but really, when it came down to it, they were never all that far behind. They may have been down in kills, but they were always kind of up there in XP and gold.
Yeah, I mean, the game towards the very early to early mid game was staying within a very balanced range. But then, you know, sometimes the momentum would shift over and over again until eventually 295 days left, just pushed it into overdrive, started getting kills all over the place. They finally were able to pick up that siege potential. And I'm just saying, I totally called it. They needed to get that anti-heal way earlier because that's whenever only 295 days left Smiley Face started picking up.
The lack of the Cursed Ankh as well is a big factor in here because when you upgrade that relic, it's 20% more damage dealt to that god whenever it is applied to them and they get healed. Being able to do more damage to a team that is building inherently defensively tanky here, you can see all of the defenses built through here. You see the Lotus Crown onto the Terra. That's going to shred through those protections. If you could burn through Lotus Crown protections, the protections from a Raw heal during that, it's going to help you out. But you can see 4th item Brawlers, 4th item Divine Ruin, no Pestilence, no Cursed Ankh. It was all just fight and initiation from literally 5 humans, but no way to counter.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and go into a short break. Whenever we get back, we're going to be in the grand finals with only 295 days left, Smiley Face versus Armada. So stick around and we'll see you in a bit. What's up, Smite fans? It's me, Bryce Elps, J Mac Tucker, here for the Battle for Asgard Smite Prime Grand Finals. Armada versus only 295 days left, Smiley Face.
Smiley face is very important, as Bryce pointed out to me last time. You have to include that into there. If you don't, you're a horrible person and you should never speak again.
Good joke. Anyways, Chernobog, Baron, gonna be banned right off the bat. As we've seen, Baron has been banned every single game tonight. Chernobog has been banned for 2 of them. And I was just about to say, how much you want to bet in Athena's coming out? How much?
I was willing to bet $5 for it, but they are first pick, which is why I was a little more hesitant on saying it. Usually, first pick doesn't want to be the one to ban it, but I think that it's always been this first pick team that's banned Athena.
You think it's gonna be Freya? Next band's gonna be Freya? What do you think?
I'll put a nickel on it.
Nickel, as in like
an actual nickel, like at DreamHack. If it's not
you owe me a nickel.
What do you mean?
You owe me a nickel.
Okay, I'll give you a nickel at DreamHack.
That's what I thought. I'm about to take that out of the money I owe you for the hotel.
Yeah, let's say just reduce it from the hotel cost.
Jean-Qui, as well as with all the bits I gave you, Jean-Qui gonna be the first. I'm not actually. Is gonna be taken off the board. Or not taken off the board, taken on to the side of Armada.
Taken off the board for only 295 days. I think that's what you're going for.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
You didn't give me a chance here. I didn't even get to say left. And you threw smiley face before I even finished my sentence. God bless, Bryce. God bless. God bless on her, picked up here on the side of only 295 days left. Smiley
face. Nemesis is going to be picked up as well. Nemesis and on her. Terra going to be shown as well. We got 2 tanky gods on the left side. 2 more damaging gods on the right side. I was kind of hoping we were going to see a Ymir, but Amaterasu is going to be hovered right here for Benekyu.
I like the Nemesis pickup here for the red squad because it's going to really be a harsh factor against this super tanky squad that we've seen picked up here. This Jean-Qui with Terra and Ama, I'm not sure if this is going to be going the mid lane Jean-Qui now, or if it's going to be going to Sops, because Sops is a huge troll.
Who knows, man? Listen, here's what I'm saying. Jean-Qui ADC.
All right.
Terra solo.
Not Terra mid.
Amaterasu jungle.
All right, I'm down.
You owe me $1.
All right, I'm not giving you it.
Come on.
Okay, but you got to get the other 2 gods with it too. I'm not just going to give you those 3. You have to guess the whole roster.
I have to guess the whole roster.
You have to get the whole roster's position.
Let me just skip right into just go into the match real quick. Give me a second.
Even still, it's going to take you some time.
Yeah.
Some time for it. Just like only 295 days left. Smiley face taking their time for their pick here. One more pick before the ban phase.
So I imagine we're going to see the same thing we saw last time, at least for 295 days, where once they get to the second phase of bans, they're going to look to start banning out junglers. Probably going to get rid of Naja. No, they didn't get rid of Naja last time. I believe they got rid of Bakasura.
No, they got rid of Naja. It was...
No. The other team.
The other
5 humans got rid of Naja and Susanoo.
Right.
Kumbhakarna, though, going to be picked up for, I almost called them literally 5 humans, only 295 days left. Smiley face. They're going to finally pick up a tank of their own. And with this CC, it's going to be great peel. You have the Mez, the Root, the ult, just so many options that you're going to need to get Amaterasu and Terra off the board as we see Odin and Raven banned away.
And I like the Kumbhakarna against this squad here. It's going to make it to where Jean-Qui is going to stop moving, which means his ult is not going to be spreading out as much. Terra is going to stop her dashes and her wasted CC. It's going to keep Amaterasu at bay as well. Kumbhakarna, just an overall great... It's fun to call him just a CC bot. That's what Kumbhakarna does. He may not do the most damage, but he has got CC for eternity.
Raven was the same ban that they had last time for their first ban in the second phase. The other one was Bakasura, so we'll see there's potential. They could be trying to ban out another one. It's going to be a Wheelix. That's interesting.
A Wheelish with what they have picked up is a little questionable to me because none of these characters have a knock-up on the enemy team. Maybe they're expecting one to come through, but Sobek is going to be the next ban through, so...
And he has 2 knockouts.
Yeah, he's got 2. He's got 2. One's a little harder to pull off of. The other one's pretty simple with it, but either way, no Wheelish, no Raven, no Sobek, no Odin.
So what I believe, Naja's still on the board, and there's not too much synergy with the ults right now if you were to pick up a Naja on Armada, because you don't have that burst. However, there's still the chance for picking up another mage. So they could try to get some cohesion between that, picking up a Ra. I want to see a Kukulkan. Can I see a Kukulkan, please? Give me Kukulkan.
Anything. I mean, any kind of big burst mage would be perfect for a pickup with a Naja onto the other side, or just for the fun, pick up a Naja here for 295. That way you can get a double knock up into the sky.
Ooh, that's
Kumbhakarna
true.
throws him up with the epic uppercut, and then immediately into the Naja. Oh, bro, they'll never survive. They're just dead. They're literally 5 dead people.
Izanami Naja. Naja comes down, and you see immediately into that big burst silence. I mean, there's potential there, as well as, the other ults are good for keeping Naja alive. You basically just run people away, hopefully, with Amaterasu and John Kui. Achilles, did we mention Achilles was picked over on 295?
We didn't mention it because we were talking about how much better Naja would have been to couple with the epic uppercut, but Achilles picked up. This is going to help out their early game a little more, and he's gotten a little bit of adjustments to kind of help towards that later stage. But over onto the flip side, it's going to be Serket instead picked up to couple alongside the Izanami.
And that's going to be interesting. Serket is going to be able to dive onto people like Onher after his jumps down. There's really not much he can do. He has that Desert Fury, but it doesn't do anything if Serket's on top of you, smacking you in the face. As well as if there's an early enough gank onto Achilles, there's potential to use that ultimate to try to take away the healing he gets from his second ability, as well as the likely option of Gladiator Shield that he's going to go into. Discordia being covered here for the mage on the side of 295, and it's going to be locked in.
A good pickup here. It's going to really synergize well with Achilles and Kumbhakarna. As soon as they come out of the epic uppercut, you charge up the golden apple, toss it at him. You can drop down your stride for your unruly magic as well to deal some extra damage on top of it. It's just going to be, this is a lot of team fight disruption coming out of the side of 295 here, with Kumbhakarna and Discordia being able to kind of be nuisances in the mid and back lines there. And then onto the flip side, this is looking more towards a pick and scatter damage comp out of Armada.
With that, we're going to go ahead and see how this goes, though, by cutting into a short break before we get into the grand finals, the last game for the night. So make sure that you stick around and watch Armada versus only 295 days left. We'll see you in just a bit. Welcome, Smite fans, to the grand finals of the Smite Prime Battle for Asgard. The teams we have are Armada on our order side and only 295 days left on the Chaos side. I am Bryce LPs. This is J-Mac Tucker.
Filthy casual. Forgot the smiley face.
I intentionally left it out because it was already such a long introduction.
Nah, we needed more.
This grouping on the right side?
They want an invade, but nobody's biting for it here. Sops is sitting in the mid lane tower. The Serket by Coat Baby is sitting in the base, and everybody realized their mistakes, and they're just going to leave.
Yeah, but it's really not going to affect them too much. Although we are going to see a different start coming out from 295 here. The solo lane is going to be good. The duo lane is going to be good as well. And it actually looks like both the jungler and the mid laner are going to get to the Speed Camp on time. So all is well that ends well.
Not too surprising. They were able to back before the game had started out, but you can see here that Sops was not there for that speed buff for one of those minions that might come back to hurt him in this first early push through. He might not be able to hit that level 2. And one thing about the mid is whenever you split that speed, you are looking to hit level 2 in the lane as quick as possible.
Well, he didn't miss any minions in the mid lane, so he's going to be good on that. Meanwhile, Benekyu very low on the left side, so is Bomb. These auto attacks coming through. Benekyu not going to be able to hit. They did outclear very hard, as you expect with Izanami. Cladbear going in. The Impale is going to get blocked by Sybil. A great body block right there.
But the thing is now that Impale does pierce through everybody, so while he did block the Impale, the damage still applied through, so Benekyu did take quite a bit of poke from that one. But they do have advantage to push up for this purple buff now, and that's going to really help them hit that level 2 stride that they want. And that's going to let them fight here against the Cladbear and Bomb.
They getting that purple. Very, very clean. Benekyu very low, though. They should have the clear still over, even though she's so low. The heal is going to come out. Cladbear is actually going to hit the Groggy Strike. The Impale is going to do a decent amount of damage, but Bomb is looking pretty hurt as well. He's level 2. Cladbear wants this kill.
Bomb also wants it, but he's got a full wave of minions there, and Benny, he's going to fire off the steroid, but it's not going to do anything as Cladbear slams him down with the Groggy Strike. Sybil trying to turn it, but Gamma getting a second kill, a solo kill at this early in the game, puts 2 kills up for 295.
And that's real rough in the solo lane. You do not want to be behind Achilles. He is level 3 right now, and he's going to start putting on even more pressure than he already was. He's got so much damage, and he's just going to keep putting out more.
And this is the Boots 3 rush that we've been seeing so popular recently, and I think that's what happened to Bro, was he didn't realize that, oh, that's a Boots 3. His damage has been dramatically increased compared to a Warrior's Blessing Tier 1 Boots that's not going to provide you any damage.
Well, he didn't have the Warrior Tabi complete whenever he got the kill. The teleport was just used recently, unless he walked back, but I really don't think that was the case. Bruh, going to be low again, is going to try to get some damage, but it's really not going to be effective, as it looks like Gamma is just pushing to see if he can steal this blue.
He is, but there's a 3-man rotation here to try and stop him. Plasma spots it out. Gamma not using any abilities just yet. Bomb getting a kill on a Benekyu onto the left-hand side. Sybil returning 1. But back at the blue, Gamma is just gone.
That was quick. That was a lot of damage. 2 kills for our model right now, starting to even it back up. Hardly a gold difference, hardly an experience difference. It's way too early for that to matter. Those kills just came into play, and everything balanced as it should be.
Bomb taking a hefty amount of poke from Sybil, and this is the power of Terra this early on. The wall's not going to be confirmed there as Sybil misses that out. Now Cladbear's back on rotation. Sybil has to be careful. Cladbear's just going to use that belly bump instead to help clear out the minions instead of trying to go for the kill.
This Kumbhakarna early, I wasn't really expecting that amount of damage, but we are going to see Bomb very low. The root, the Mez gonna be good to save Bomb's life. Sybil, the one who's in trouble here, he's level 5. He's still got that ult. Benekyu and Sybil are gonna realize, let's just get the wave. Are we really gonna be able to do anything? And we don't know if there's anybody rotating at the time.
And that's the big thing, is a level 5 Terra means they're gonna get that damage mitigation with the ultimate, the burst heal from it as well. And you're gonna take more damage, but now Sybil going aggressive as Kobe goes through. The Cobra's kiss is good, but welcome to Kumbhakarna, the Mez for 12 years, and he gets out.
Sybil mad? Sybil just, all right, he was just sitting there. He was just chilling. Meanwhile, the purple buff, it looks like it's going to be trying to be stolen. It is going to be confirmed by Armada, but Benekyu in a really bad spot right now, as Plasma's like, hello, feed me.
Cladbear caught the dash from Benny's Izanami, and that's one of the things about a lot of dash in the game is her dash is, she technically kind of goes invisible. She burrows into the ground and then comes up, but you can trace the path, and he did so. And now Plasma on the wrong end of this fight, and the shield is not going to save you as Sybil dashes through to drop the life of the enemy jungler. With that Izanami dash, you can track her through the ground, and Cladbear able to track it perfectly.
Yeah, that was very good earlier, as well as Cope Baby. Wait. Wait, was that a fidget spinner back?
Yeah. You know about that?
Oh man, I didn't, and I wish I still hadn't. Oh man, that just derailed my whole train of thought. But I was saying, Cope Baby recognized an opportunity where he saw Plasma overcommit, as we've seen earlier in the previous game. Plasma does like to go in. He's very aggressive, but whenever you're over aggressive like that, you will pay the penalty at some point.
I just noticed that Benny started with a hidden dagger on top of his Hunter's Blessing, which I'm not 100% opposed to. It's going to give him a little bit of power, the 5% crit chance, but the big thing with it is because you got that boomerang auto, it's 2 chances to crit with every single auto that you throw. Multiply that by 6 minions, and eventually you're bound to get at least one of those as a crit.
Dude, I play Naja, get that hidden dagger. I get crits at like level 1 for no reason. Meanwhile, we're going to see the Apple is going to be tanked very well. Benny Q is going to be given a second chance his life as he pops that ultimate, as well as we see Sybil's ultimate. Plaid Bear is going to get erased. Meanwhile, a gank on the right side by Cope Baby is going to confirm the kill on the Gamma, and Plasma's in a bad spot as Bruh's just going to back with no health. Like, what's up, bruh?
Armada starting to take control of the game here. 1,600 experience, 700 gold. Not a whole lot, but considering how they've kind of been on the back foot with Benny Q the entire time, really starting to make a game for himself, especially with that solo kill early on, less than 2 minutes against Bruh. Now Bruh, he's actually ahead of Gamma.
Meanwhile, Cope Baby's looking to run away. He is a little bit afraid of that Gamma damage because Achilles hurts. He's going to be looking to chase into the jungle to see if he can find that blue buff timer. However, Cope Baby's just here to take those back camps and bail.
He's going to get that. His speed buff's a little far from spawning. Blue buff is coming up. Cope's going to make the rotation over there to drop that so Bruh can get as much farm in his lane as possible. And you know, those are just the little interactions that come through when you play with players for enough time is, hey, I'm going to do my wave, so take my buff. Or, hey, take this wave because I'm not going to be here. Maybe take Gamma's life in return. The shield bash not going to confirm the damage onto it. And pop goes the Achilles as Cope Baby gets his second kill.
Gamma going so far, seeing if he can steal that blue buff. He didn't know that Cope Baby was there necessarily. And so he just walked up, got ulted. And we even saw rotation from the John Kui. I mean, if he didn't die, he was about to.
He hits that shield slam. Guaranteed he could probably at least get 1 kill in that fight, or at least make it to where he can get out. But because he missed it, didn't get the stun, didn't get the damage, and now he's just 1 ability less to save himself. And now you can see Bruh, he's actually proxy farming. Maybe trying to take his blue buff away as well, as Plasma's a level down from him.
Yeah, Plasma's also weak, low on mana. It looks like Bruh is going to stay here, but Gamma, understanding how much damage he can do, Bruh understanding he's not going to get it, so he might as well poke. Meanwhile, Sop's going to go ahead and pair up a kill onto Plaid Bear over in the mid lane.
Now that Terra's Blessing had been popped, they're going to be able to continue rotation over, and unfortunately for poor little Bomb, he's all alone, but they've been spotted out on a ward. He's got them on dial. Benny Q going to throw out the in-hands. The wall's not going to hit. Monolith's going to be good, but an immediate ult at a Bomb. The Dark Portal, not enough damage.
Was that a pot? Was that a pot? I'm like 90% sure that was a pot that just saved his life. He was at about 1 HP, and if he didn't have a pot going, at least I'm pretty sure he would have fallen.
Well, regardless, Bomb gonna be able to get out of that one. Now Plaid Bear's making the rotation back through. Trying to close the gap if he can. Wards are gonna be dropped down. Sybil is gonna actually run right towards him. The Mez is good. Epic uppercut. And Plasma's here just to finish that one out. Plaid Bear getting the final hit, and now it might even be Benny Q falling as well.
Yeah, but Plasma understanding he's not going to be able to dive this tower. Benny Q has just a little bit too much health for him to try to get a couple more auto attacks in. But we're going to see Plaid Bear just say, well, I might as well get a purple while I'm at it. Plasma coming back, realizing, oh, free experience. I need this.
Plaid Bear definitely needs the experience, sitting a level down. At the moment, Gold XP are pretty close for being 10 minutes into the game, so there's not a really big lead anywhere. Everywhere you see a 1-level lead, there's another one on the opposite side to kind of counter that one out here. But now, 295, trying to maybe look towards that Gold Fury, but the vision control is in the way of Armada.
Surprisingly, a lot more action for what these lanes have been. You know, there was a really tanky team coming out from Armada. And 295 days left, had a more kind of aggressive team, but Armada has really been going in hard with the aggression, as we see over on the right side with Cope Baby picking up Gamma. As I was saying, you don't expect that kind of aggression from solo lanes. Solo lanes usually maybe some kills early, like before the 7-minute mark, and then you start to get that tankiness online, as we see with the Gladiator shield looking potentially into a Void shield for Gamma, whereas a Breastplate of Valor already out on Bruh. You just kind of expect some trades for waves and sometimes maybe a kill, but there's already been 4 kills onto Gamma.
Not only that, Gamma was actually almost able to get a return kill of his own, but fortunately for Code Baby, it's going to be good. Now, Plasma put out the Retribution right onto him. Gamma going to land the stun, but Bruh's just healing everything back up. He's going to have the dash. He's got his ultimate coming up very shortly to help him out if need be, but he has those auras to keep himself running. He's outrunning a Nemesis with speed buff with that aura right now, and here comes Code Baby.
It looks like he's going to go in. Plasma's going to use that shield immediately into the silence. We're going to see Kelp Baby going to be real low. Bruh is going to pick up that kill. The ult onto Gamma is going to stun, and Sops has rotated over.
Goodbye, Gamma. Goodbye. It was a great attempt for it, but unfortunately for them, Code Baby was on rotation the entire time coming back. Because of that, Bro was able to bait long enough using that movement speed aura to keep himself alive, waiting for his ult to come back up and turn that fight around.
Something you may not have seen, another kill, the 4th one onto Benny Q from a 3-man gank on the left side. 295 days left. Recognized that there was a very heavy gank onto the right side, and they went over. They weren't able to get much off of it besides the kill. No Gold Fury, not even Oracles because they're up. But a good call nonetheless.
But what's really crazy about it, it's a rare graph for me to pull up here, but I just had to check the XP per minute to see. And when you look at it, Benny Q's only a little bit behind. Sops immediately turns the fight back in his favor, gets a 2v1, taking down their enemy Hunter and almost grabbing Flatbear with it. But the XP per minute, you see, it's only about a 20 to 30 difference between the Hunters. So far, and in fact, now Benny Q is the one ahead of them, despite being down in death.
Well, even with those deaths don't necessarily matter. I mean, it does hurt you overall, but when it really comes down to it, it's a matter of how efficient the farming is. It matters how your team is playing and what they're allowing you to do. And I mean, we've seen him go into the jungle and look to steal buffs, but he's looking to proxy farm, and Plaid Bear is here, and the bead's coming out really early. Mesmerize, the ult, and on her has arrived.
Desert Fury used very early. Benny Q goes over to the wall, and here comes Sybil for the defense. Dark Portal is going to come through. It's not going to do enough for him, and the shield will be enough to drop down Benny Q. 5th death for the Hunter. Now Sybil's the one in danger as he's surrounded by 3 players from only 295.
Where did his head go? He just lost it. All of his health. Meanwhile, Gamma in the back being chased down by Sops and Bruh. Plaid Bear looking for the save, realizing he's not going to be able to get it. A double stun from Gamma. Plaid Bear is here, but Sops picks up the kill.
Well, Plaid Bear's going to get stunned out by the dazzling offensive. Sops with the slow, and poor Plaid Bear, he's just getting chunked down. The Zhang Kui, a fun little interaction there as he's actually getting 2 in hand to drop down that Kumbhakarna passive.
On her on the left side, looking real weak. So is Coat Baby. Is going to get hit. Bomb is not going to die immediately, but Bruh's going to pick it up. And Bruh and Oswald just looking at each other like, yeah, let's not do this today.
I don't think they're having a fun time onto that one with Benny Q on 5 deaths. We mentioned it earlier. He's on 5 deaths, but he's staying even, and that's the important part. One thing you mentioned is the deaths don't matter. It's what happens when you die. And in all honesty, 295's done nothing after Benny Q has died. He's just gotten to come back to lane. He's gotten to farm up, and now they're going to get a Gold Fury for absolutely free as Oswald way too late on that rotation.
Yeah, and even potentially out of position, but Armada didn't capitalize on it. There was 4v2 in the best case scenario. I mean, worst case scenario there, because there is nobody else even close. As we're going to see in this mid lane, there's a grouping potentially to cut off Sops, but Plasma sees Sops and he's like, you're a little tanky. I'm going to pass on that one.
I like the pickup here from Sops. Instead of going for the usual, what we see on Zhang Kui, you know, the Warlock staff, into more health and a few defenses, We actually see Spear of the Magus, Pen Boots, and then a Wingblade pickup here. This is a direct counter up against the Nemesis, who's the biggest threat to their slows. Obviously, the On Her Pillar, and if the Mez breaks early from Plaidbear. But the big one being is, if Nemesis ults him or hits him with Slice Dice, he's out of there.
Gamma, Plaidbear, bro, looking really low. Gamma not in a much better position as immediately two people disappear from the map at the same time. Plasma picks up Benny Q on the left, but really, it doesn't matter as Oswald is trying to defend this tier 2, but I don't know if he'll be able to against all four.
Blink in from Cope, the golden apple thrown onto Sobs. He's trying to run away from the team so it doesn't spread through. And there's the Terra's Blessing from Sybil. Now that's the full go on to... okay, never mind. He's just dead as soon as he gets touched.
Yeah, Sybil just got that kill. I believe Sybil got 2 kills right there. We're going to see a tier 2 tower going down as well. Nemesis and On Her just kind of hanging out. I mean, it's a good thing that Kumbhakarn and Achilles have respawned. Otherwise, that could have been a Phoenix.
Sops is here. He's not going to be able to save the speed buff, but Plasma has been found. Ooh, the card just off the mark from Sops. He's not going to be able to continue the chase on the Plasma now, but he can keep vision for the rest of his team, potentially. Red buff started up here. That's going to be stolen away. There's the card. The beads pop to get rid of the slow. Plasma's just on full retreat, but there's not much of a cutoff option here for him.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, he was almost being cut off. It looks like Cope Baby is actually coming from the top, gonna be able to jump over the purple buff wall. There's no tower there. He jumps. He is not going to be able to get it. Any of the Cobra's kisses. Plasma looking to turn potentially. Bomb has returned, but nothing gained, nothing lost except your purple buff. 295.
There's the Wingblade proc, and now Sops is just going to go zoom, but he's going to get rooted by Plaidbear. The beads right up into the ultimate. Double stun off to it. Start portal just off the mark, but Sops chunking him down.
But he is going to get launched in the air, not actually going to fall. Plaidbear is chasing, but I don't think there's much that he's going to be able to do here. Gamma is here. The card, not looking for the heal. He's too slow. Sops is going to run away as Gamma picks up Coat Baby. Gamma uses that ult to see if he's going to be able to catch up. But the card is already back up at this point. And he's just looking to heal. He's going to get so much health back right there. Well, I say so much, but he just didn't, actually.
Still chasing him down, just trying to keep him out. Sops gonna throw the fireworks just for the fun and throw out some emotes at him as well. Another big slow onto him. Now Sybil's here to heal him up. Gamma, he's just like, well, I guess I can just keep these guys here.
I mean, honestly, it's not a bad idea because Bruh is currently being chased down. He's actually going to be going on to Bomb and getting a chunk of damage. Sybil picks up Gamma, Plaidbear, and Bomb are looking weak, but Bruh is looking weaker as he gets put into a corner, and 4 men just punch him over and over again.
And that's honestly one of my favorite parts about this game is the body block mechanic. In a lot of other games, you don't get a chance to really see that put into action, but when you get 3-4 people surrounding a single person who's like, well, I'm not leaving this spot, am I? It's really satisfying, honestly, to be on that, to be on and doing that to them.
I mean, you can do it with just 2 people if you position it just right. Yeah, I mean, you don't need 4 people. It's definitely a lot easier because you just form a box around them. And unless you have a dash or a jump, nothing you can do.
Absolutely not. And unfortunately for Alma, her dash is blockable, so there's no way to get out of that one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Some dashes are blockable, like Alma's right there. So right now, Armada definitely in the lead, not by too significant of an amount. It's about 5,000 gold, 6,000 experience or so, and it's honestly still close enough where we've seen 295 get some good picks just a minute ago. I mean, it's not far enough away for anything too risky for either side to do.
Well, 2 players trying to fight against Gamma here, and Gamma's doing a good job holding himself up, and he's going to use that Fatal Strike very early. Now his escape is gone, and the double ult on top of him. Gamma, I don't think you're getting out of this one. He's going to get a big heal with that Glad Shield, and he's going to get another big stun off. He's holding himself out, but the Cobra's kiss, a couple more in hands. Cope Baby finally going to get him.
Oswald and Plaidbear rotate over. Plaidbear notices Sops is on the way on a ward, and he immediately goes to cut over as we see Plasma is jumping on a Benny Q. Benny Q gonna get killed. Plasma being chased by Sybil. He is gonna get rooted. A lot of damage coming out. Just a little bit more, finish it off. Sobs is here, but Plasma's so fast it does not matter. A shutdown on the Plasma.
Sybil has been on point all game long with these monolith breaks as well as the walls. He's missed a couple of them, but for the most part, he's had these very critical and very crucial walls being able to be hit. Now this mid lane T1 is up for contest. Bro's going to go right in onto Oswald, but he's all alone here under this tower. Dazzling offensive. And that's going to be the Book of the Dead shield for Oswald, keeping him alive and making sure that Bra has to back off.
Yeah, that Book of the Dead has been saving Oswald way too many times in this game right now. We've seen him get dive. Armada going to pick up the Gold Fairy for free. No contention whatsoever as we see Bra and Sops rotating into the mid lane. Bomb, you might be out of position in your own tower.
Tower is fairly low. Bra going right on top of Bomb. He's just doing what he can. Sops just going to be healing off the wave, and tower still stands. That's been one of their biggest obstacles, is not dropping this tier 1 tower so far.
Yeah, we have 4 people, almost 5 in the mid lane. It looks like potentially this Pyromancer is the next objective up for grabs. However, there's also potential for a large team fight coming out. A couple members of 295 are very low. Sops coming into the back. Oswald running away. The apple is going to come out. That's going to be an Aegis as Sops is just running around dealing damage to everybody, but he's weak himself.
He's going to get very low. The dazzling offensive onto a couple of them, and Bomb's going to get dropped. The dark portal from BennyQ will be good, and Gamma has no chance to dash out as the poison will drop him.
A surrender vote has started as we're going to see.
Surrender vote. It's gone through from only 295, and Armada takes the W. Maybe it's only 295 days till their next win.
There's a chance. I mean, if they give up like that, I guess there really wasn't. It wasn't a big deal. You could have won. Was dinner ready? Did you have to go eat, man?
Dinner's always ready.
You could. That's true. If you're like in college or like out of high school, it's always ready. Go to McDonald's or somewhere better. Go to Taco Bell.
And Armada,
my
always ready to
go to
take
Burger
that
King. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to quit Smite Prime forever.
Yeah, sorry. We gotta quit Smite Prime. I don't know what's going on with that, but so let's talk about how that game kind of progressed here. Only 295. Their prime focus was shut down the duo lane, shut down BennyQ, do everything we can to keep BennyQ out of it. BennyQ not only out-damaged Bomb, come late game, he out-leveled him, and throughout most of the game, he was keeping at least even or right there behind him, and even at one point, got ahead of him. Their whole plan of shut down the Izanami so she can't do anything late game didn't do anything because Sops was one of the big problems, and Sybil was a huge problem for them.
7 kills. That's support Terra. 7 kills, the most in the game, almost being beaten out by the enemy jungler, but not. Still a kill up. And if there's ever a reason to surrender, that might be it. But we saw throughout the game very effective plays from Armada. And I think 295 may have realized that with the way this is going, there's a high chance that Armada is just going to start snowballing. As we saw in that last fight, the engagement happened, and 295 had all the advantage against Sops. And then 4 members rotate in, and 295, almost all members die, and they just gave up.
I think the moment where 295 realized it wasn't going so well for them was about the 10-11 minute mark. They look at the scoreboard, and it's 4 deaths on BennyQ, and maybe 1 or 2 deaths elsewhere. And at that point, they realized, well, Benny's the only one who's down. We've tried multiple times to kill Bruh, to kill Sops, to kill Cope, even Sybil, but nothing's working. Benny is the only one that they could kill on that team, and because of that, I think in that last fight when they couldn't get Sops down, Sops lives, BennyQ comes in and gets the Dark Portal to finish off the kill, and then it just trickled out of control for him. I think at that moment they realized, we can't kill Sops, we can't kill anybody else on this team. I think it's time to pack in the towel.
And it was. So great games tonight overall. We watched 3 awesome games with hype moments all throughout. So we're going to go ahead and leave you guys, and make sure you tune in for the next week whenever we have some more 5v5 tournaments. I've been Bryce LPs, my co-host and JMac, and we will see you next time.
changes.
Life. Life.
I was fine when you held my hand. I was fine when you pulled me down. You said the stars would answer. You